time in the 2023-2024 season. These two sides met last night up in Telford, the Tigers winning 8-5 on the night and doing so taking a slender lead in the all-important head-to-head battle between the teams, which could be important come the end of the season at the end of March. I'm joined tonight by Tom Graham, who decided to ditch Hull in favour of joining me here tonight. Tom, two teams that, well, admittedly with the Bees, with here, you've seen them a lot this year. Telford, you've also seen them a lot recently.
Yeah.
And last week with Swindon, a double-header, you had a good view of them. A team that maybe flatters to deceive a little?
Yeah, they're an interesting team, Telford. I feel like last week in Swindon, and then at home against Swindon in the first game, they'd probably been disappointed with how that turned out. Obviously, they had 3 games in 3 nights. They lost all 3, but they were close games. One up in Leeds and then 2 in Swindon, against Swindon, where they had a 3-0 shutout and then a 3-1 with an empty netter in Telford. So they'll be looking to bounce back. They had obviously a win last night, and yeah, they're a team, I think, in a bit of a transitionary phase with guys like Jason Silverthorne, Rick Plant, Jonathan Weaver no longer regulars on that roster.
Obviously, the two teams have been quite evenly matched this year. 5 games so far. 3 of them have gone to overtime. If it goes to overtime, the Bees have won all 3 so far. The Tigers picking up 2 big wins at home, 8-4 and, as we say, 8-5 last night. And that leads us straight into the league table as it stands. Telford's 8-5 win stretched them 6 points clear of the Bees in 6th place on 34 points. It's an 8-5, a hat-trick from Vladimir Luka and 2 from Finley Howes, the main culprits there for the Tigers. Elsewhere, the Milton Keynes Lightning beat the Peterborough Phantoms 8-3 thanks to braces from Dylan Lawrence, Rory Herman and Tim Wallace. They are 5 points adrift of the Leeds Knights following a 3-2 loss up at the Castle on Friday night. Leeds have 2 games in hand thanks to their game today in Romford being postponed due to, I believe, a Zamboni issue. The Swindon Wildcats won 8-1 against the Solway Sharks last night to keep the pressure up on the Lightning. 4 goals from Aaron Nell, 2 from Gail Llewellyn as they brought their 50 up. They also have 2 games in hand on the Lightning, and obviously 20 games left. I believe at least 12 of those are at home.
Something like that.
Something like that. It's a nuts number. Elsewhere, Sheffield Steel Dogs 1, Hull Seahawks 4 in the 4th and final game from last night. Emil Speck scoring twice as the top 5 really starting to break away now.
Yes, yeah, you can start to see that kind of gap. There's a 7-point gap there between Peterborough and Telford, and you can just see, as I said, the kind of almost the 2 separate mini leagues kind of starting to form as we come to the business end of the season and start thinking about positioning for the playoffs. Well,
the game's again important. The Bees cannot afford to slip any further behind with the Raiders not playing this weekend. They will have played a game more following tonight. They could really do it jumping into their 8th spot. And this is the Bees team that will do it this evening. They line up 2, Adam Rossbottom, 5, Ollie Naggs, 9, Vanya Antonov, 17, Harry Harkup, who ices tonight following the postponement of the Basingstoke Buffalo game, 18, Ryan Webb, 19, Will Stead, 21, Marcel Balaz, 23, Dominic Gabai, 24, Dan Rose, 27, Josh Smith, 29, Gianni Vitali, 42, Zane McKenzie, 73, Ed Bradley, 74, Liam Morris, 75, Brendan Baird, 91, Aidan Doughty, 94, Stuart Mogg, netminders 36, Brett Shepherd, 44, Britton Briefs, non-icing Joe Baird and Josh Kelly, and newly suspended Harvey Stead. More on that in the week.
Yes.
For our visitors this evening, the Telford Tigers, they line up as 3, Ryan Lease, 10, Lucas Price, 13, Harry Ferguson, 16, Finley Howes, 24, Aidan Wilson, 36, Henry Adams, 38, Thomas Bird, 39, Louis Newell, 42, Nick Oliver, 49, James Smith, 51, Jaden Pecker, 77, Scott McKenzie, 82, Jesse Sutton, 91, Rose Mitchell-King, 93, Jack Watkins, 94, Vladimir Luka, netminders 30, Brad Day, 34, Matt Bloor, and welcome back to Slough, Tom Watkins as the bench coach. Tigers non-icing tonight, Connolly, Jake Price, Joe Aston and Archie Hazeldine. The latter we believe is on Elite League duty tonight, but I haven't seen anything confirmed yet. As the Tigers take to the ice. Our referees this evening, Mr. Adam Bicknell and Mr. Roy Hamilton. They're joined on the lines by Mr. Kenny George and Mr. Pavel Olchak. So Tom, big points tonight, playoff implications on the line, as you say. The Bees really need to bounce back.
Yeah, you can't afford 0-point weekends at this stage of the season when you're in that battle for the kind of 7th, 8th spots in the league. Obviously, just a point or so behind the Raiders. The Raiders are going to have games in hand coming up after this weekend. They're going to have obviously some busy fixtures lists. They've got to rearrange 2 games, but yeah, you don't want to be starting to slip away. You don't want to get those gaps breaking up, and as you say, head-to-head could also be important come the end of the season. The Bees and the Tigers aren't a million miles apart in the table.
Well, head-to-head is important. As I said, the Tigers just edge it because of those overtime losses. The Bees have won 3 out of 5, including both games here. Both of those games went to overtime. And we'll see what we've got tonight, as I believe it's Brett Shepherd leading out the Bees for this evening. The Bees obviously in their home black and gold, Tigers in the road oranges for the first and only time we visit here this year. Meantime, we'll be back in about 3 minutes' time following the national anthem, but before that, there will be a minute's silence for Bees fan Mike Blackman, who recently passed away. Our thoughts are with him and his family at this time, and we'll see you shortly.
Please ask everyone to please stand. On the 18th of January, the Bees were sad to learn of the passing of Bees fans Mike Blackman. Mike was a Bees through and through, having followed the club ever since our season in Bracknell in 1987. Whether it was in Block 1 in Bracknell or recently in Block C here in Slam, you'd always guarantee 2 things with Mike. He would be passionate supporting his beloved Bees and have a bubble hat on his head. Tonight, we're joined by a member of Mike's family and friends, along with many friends he made here at the club throughout his life. Our thoughts and sympathies are with you all. We invite Bees captain Stuart Mogg to come forward, please, to place Mike's trademark bobble hat at centre ice. We ask you all to join us in a minute's applause to celebrate the life of a true Bees fan, Mike Blackman. Thank you. Please remain standing for the playing of tonight's national anthem.
As we get ready for showtime here between the Bees and the Tigers for the 6th and possibly final time in 2023-2024. These teams combined for an average of 10 goals a game in their 5 previous matchups. Most of them happening in Shropshire, sadly, so if you're expecting goals tonight, might not happen. I think we've had, looking at the numbers here, we've had 12 goals out of the 50 have happened here in 2 games. Starting their minders tonight for the TSI World Bees, starting goal is Brett Shepherd. Shepherd is 1-4-2 on the year, including last night, an 854 save percentage, 5.55 goals against average in 508 minutes in the crease. He had 35 saves on 42 shots in last night's game. At the other end for the Telford Tigers, none other than Brad Day starts in net. He comes into tonight 15, 16 and 4 with a 904 save percentage, 3.41 goals against average, 3 shutouts in 2018 minutes. He stopped 24 on 29 last night. Tom, in terms of netminder battle, it's very much a case of the young up-and-comer in Brett Shepherd and in Brad Day, arguably one of the top 3, if National League in its infancy, I would say, 4 years.
Yeah. I mean, Brad Day obviously won a lot in Telford, and the Tigers have won a lot of trophies under Tom Watkins, and Brad Day's been a big part of that. He's the sort of netminder who, on any given night, can win you a game. He was outstanding against Swindon in the 2 losses last week. Yeah, he's going to be a tough task for the Bees to get past him. On the other end, you've got Brett Shepherd, you say his first full season as a National League netminder, has been the backup most of the year, but had a run of games at the moment, and yeah, it's a tough gig to be thrown into that kind of starting role mid-season, but you know he's got to learn on the job a bit.
He's really had to step up as the injuries to Priest mount up. Someone did say he wouldn't spend 500 minutes in the crease this year. Well, that one's already been and gone. It's still the end of January.
Still plenty of time to add to that.
Tigers' chance from the blue line from Smith is blocked in front. Bees the other way. Doughty at the left-hand side. Drop past to Vitali. 2 men for company. Back up to the blue line and Brendan Baird. Down low, no one in a black shirt aware of it. Rose is knocked off the puck. Tigers able to clear the zone. Foot race to the loose puck. Smith gets there ahead of Baird. Baird does a good job of blocking pass. There's some mixed up Bees deep airings tonight. Liam Morris back on the back end. He leaves it for Antonov. Steps around Howells. First pass is blocked by the Telford forward. Goodbye up the half board. Finds his way to Balaz. Back to Bradley. Bradley's shot is thunder muffin, let's face it. And that is cleared out of the zone. Mog able to get it away from Luca. Newell will turn back towards goal. Turned over. Dangerous part of the ice. And immediately given back by the Bees, feeling generous. That one is put into the zone by Mog. Bees will go for a change. Tigers at left-hand wall. Chipped ahead by Mackenzie. So Mackenzie, it's Harry Ferguson. The long hair threw me off. Held up against the boards. Webb takes a big hit. Puck finds his way to Ross bottom. Round goes to Smith. Tigers clear. Puck bounces over Nags' stick. Good work from Milstead to get it away from Byrne. Nags takes a big hit from Lucas Price. He's the other way, Ross bottom. Weaves away from the defenseman. Looks for an option, can't get hands free for the pass. Instead pushes it towards goal. Rose off the bench. Finds his way back to Ross bottom. Good work from Ryan Lease there to separate the puck from the man. Tigers clear it up ice, and that one will be icing. First break of play, 2.5 minutes gone.
Yeah, a bit of a tentative start, I think, from both teams. Obviously, last night was a high-scoring game up in Shropshire. Tonight, it feels like they're just starting to feel each other out again a bit at the beginning. They got a big hit there from Price on Ollie Nags in the corner. The one thing that really impressed me with Telford last week was their defensive structure and their shape and how hard it was for the Wildcats to kind of get those opportunities through the middle of the ice.
Baird off the draw, shot towards the goal, saved by Day. First real chance for either side.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, we've seen that already from Telford, just keeping the Bees to the outside of the zone.
Something, as Tom says, they do very well. And the specialty has been penalty killing this year. Baird up to Rose. That one goes offside as Rose mishandles the puck. You say about the defensive unit, obviously Telford penalty killing, I believe it's up there as like second or third in the league behind the Leeds United. 83.33 coming into tonight. They've only got up 22 goals on the penalty kill all year, which is something you don't usually expect from a team in sixth.
Yeah, no, I think that kind of says the way that the Tigers have played this year. Maybe, you know, with guys, we mentioned, let the shot come in, but the guys, you know, we've mentioned a few guys like Silverthorne, and there's a bit of a transition offensively for Telford. We've set a lot of new bodies and not new faces in there this year, and that maybe has kind of somewhat seen them struggle with the scoring side of things, but defensively and penalty killing, as you say, has been really, really big for them, and that's kind of up there with the best in the league.
Shot there from Rose off of the defenseman and up into the netting. Face off being to the left of Day. Took over 3 minutes gone. Tigers win the draw. Cleared, or attempted to clear up the zone. Brought down by Gabai. Spins out the corner and away from McKenzie. Knocked loose though. Tigers the other way, up the right hand side now. Shot comes in off the shoulder of Shepherd. Mitchell King trying his luck from range. Howells snaps the shot towards goal, takes a couple of deflections and bounces off the inside of the post and in. The Tigers take the lead. It might be Scott McKenzie there. 3:35. We'll wait and see what the officials say.
Well, a bit of something out of nothing there. Just a shot through traffic from Finley Howes, just puts it on net. It actually hits Brendan Baird, I think, in front, and wrong foots Shepherd. So I think this is going to be Howes' goal. From looking at that replay, it just wrong foots Brett Shepherd and sneaks in off the post.
Howells gets his 23rd of the season if that goes down the way it should. We'll just look at in stat later, shall we? Webb plays it ahead. It has gone down as a Finley Howells goal. McKenzie with an assist. And Mitchell King. As that puck's played up ice, Pekka can't get on the end of it. Icing is eventually called. I'll go the length of the way back. It's Howells from McKenzie and Mitchell King at 3:35. On those chances, not a lot Brett Shepherd could have done.
No, it's like one of those where the deflection just completely took it away from him. He was in probably the right position on the initial shot, and the deflection in front has just taken that right away from him.
Tigers win the draw. This is the theme of last night as well. I believe they won almost 60% of the draws last night up in Telford as they go offside there. Pekka takes a tumble from Ed Bradley. Louis Newell takes exception to that.
Yeah, nothing in that, I think.
No.
Just a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle.
A kerfuffle.
A kerfuffle, yeah. Well, that's the sort of start that Tom Watkins would have really, really wanted from Telford coming into this rink. You know, I think, you know, you always want to get that early goal on the road to settle the nerves, get the legs moving, and yeah, be able to start play your game rather than be chasing the home side.
Shot is blocked. Rose can't get away from Newell. Vitali unable to get there ahead of him. Sutton, loose pass finds Doughty. He's unable to get really any zone time at the moment. Packer will bring it up the right-hand wall. Skates straight at Mogg, drops it off. Shot kicked aside by Shepherd. Smith's chance. Puck bounces over the stick of Packer into the corner. Mogg almost plays that off Shepherd again. That would have been very dangerous. But he's doing enough just to clear the zone. Lease is there to collect. Sutton spins away from Antonov. And the Tigers make sure they get over centre ice before dumping and changing. Wilstead misplays that puck, gives it away to Ferguson. Pinned against the wall. Ballas able to get away from Wilson. Over to Bradley. Leaves it for Antonov. Back towards goal. Ballas, low slot chance in front, save Day. Good job cleaning up there from Aidan Wilson. Ballas down low. Mitchell King is there to collect the loose puck. Nags from his own D zone goes back behind the net. Just one step away from Wilson. Good work from the young D-man. Finds Gabai into the zone, skates himself into traffic, but then drops a Tiger defenseman to the ice. He's still with it. Goodbye. Tries to find Antonov. Deflected. Bounces away to Nags. Will Stead from the blue line towards goal. Blocked immediately by Ferguson. Bees finally get it under control. Nags from the blue line towards goal. Blocked in front by Oliver. And Tigers will look to break the other way. So they just leave it and go for a partial change. Howells gets away from Nags. Can't get away from Ballas. Cross-ice pass finds Goodbye. Can't get it under control. Push back the other way. Tigers break again. Finley Howells chance. Shot saved by Shepherd. He'll hold on. 6:42 gone in the first.
Yeah, much better spell there for the Bees in terms of just keeping the puck, cycling the puck in the zone, keeping the pressure high on Telford. But you can see the danger as well of a player like Finley Howells with that speed when he can get the space off the wing and get that quick shot away. It's something that the Bees are going to have to be wary of as they push for goals in this game.
The phrase goes, give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
Yes.
Turned over again. Baird, bobbling puck, finally able to clear it. Howells has to turn back the other way. Tigers up ice, icing waved off. He was just over the red line. Baird from behind the cage. Looks for an option, finds Morris. Cross-ice pass to Rossbottom. Leaves it for Mackenzie, neither of them take it. Mackenzie is there, it's the second game against his former club. Hold up with Jack Watkins in the corner there. Tigers finally bring it away. They'll start the rush up ice. Lovely reception there from Vladimir Luka, but that's wide of the net. Howells up ice. That one will be icing. Howells unable to get over centre ice. We'll go all the way back. Almost 8 minutes gone. Bees not really generating much. Neither side actually really generating much. One shot, one goal really.
Yeah, one real clear-cut chance.
And there it is from Marcel Ballas.
There's a good effort from Ballas in there. But just again there, Vladimir Luka, he's a guy who's going to shoot first and ask questions later, as the saying goes. And he was a bit... Again, you give him too much space there and couldn't get the shot on net.
Bradley shot towards goal, saved by Day. Antolf turns and fires. That was also off the blocker of Day. We asked for one shot, we get two in the space of 5 seconds. In which case I'd like 9 goals, please.
It's like a London bus this.
Hey, they do come in now. Smith tries to carry it up ice. Kept in by Goodbye. 3-on-2 chance. Lovely pass. Dom Goodbye in front. Dom Goodbye with the goal. And that takes it a 29 for the year. 8-17. The Bees pounce on the turnover.
Well, bit of a broken play there for Telford. The Bees, as you say, pick up at the turnover, and that is a lovely little pass into Goodbye, who makes no mistake firing past over the stick of Day. Just too much space for a guy like Dom Goodbye, and he's just ripped that into the net.
Marcel Ballas, no look, just he's going to be there somewhere.
Well, it's a line that's been very productive for the Bees all year, and they go back to the well again.
Goodbye's 29th of the year, so we'll start the fun race. You can use the hashtag BeesMNL. Marcel and Dom are now both on 29. Who gets 31st? Annika will retweet whoever gets it first. Knowing my luck, none of them will. It'll be next week.
Yeah.
Pecker back to the blue line. Oliver. Ranico shot through traffic, blocked in front by Jesse Sutton, unfortunately for the Tigers, and cleared up ice. Oliver will race back, and that one will be icing. 8:56 gone. Oh, sorry. The clock's still running at centre ice. No one's noticed it. The clock ran about 8 seconds there.
Well, it's a Sunday. We're all going to get. We've all got trains to catch or places to be in the evening. So
I'll let him do commentary for 1 week.
Yeah. Let Mr. Merry do commentary, and he forgets how to run the clock.
Love you, Steve.
Hey, he's got the commentary tickets on sale this week, so you can't be too harsh to him.
He won't give me one.
Be nice.
Well,
he will if you give him 65 quid or whatever.
73, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well. We won't talk about that.
Goodbye
Don't want to
from
get in trouble.
exactly. Goodbye from Balaz and Antonov, the Bees' first goal. Tigers win it towards goal. That one's off the post. The chance from James Smith took another deflection. Bounces over Brett Shepherd's post. Stretch play. Aidan Doughty on goal. Aidan Doughty straight up the other end. And the Tigers have a chance to go 2-1 up. The Bees straight back. 9:20. Aidan Doughty, his 6th goal of the year.
Well, a game of inches. You know, Brett Shepherd just about keeps the puck out one end, knocks it onto the post, and the stretch pass to Doughty puts him in a load of space there in his favourite place between the hash marks, and just rips a shot past Day. Not a lot that a netminder can do in those sort of situations, and really from nowhere the Bees are 2-1 up.
9:20 the time of the goal. As Aidan Doughty gets one of the best goal gifts in the league out again.
Who said we don't get goals in this fixture?
Yeah, that man's an idiot. Big hit from Bryce on Morris here in the corner.
There are two players who aren't afraid to mix things up.
No. I dread how far that could go. Turned over at the blue line. The door comes open. That one will be blown dead. Doughty from Balaz. And Dan Rose. All I'm going to say is that was definitely Gianni Vitali.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll get changed later if it is. Just on the replay here.
Here he is. Here's the.
Going. It's a good save. It's a good save from Shepherd, but he then loses kind of sight of where the puck has gone, and it gets a bit of help of the post. But you know, you earn that luck a bit. Back
to the blue line. Chance in front. Save Shepherd. That one coming in from Newell. Imagine it is obviously rather handy having Louis Newell on the back on the blue line. He was a forward for a while at Nottingham, the Lions.
Yeah, he's a
transitioning into a two-way.
Yeah, there's a few guys around these two teams. Obviously, you've got Will Stead and Liam Morris on the back end for the Beast Knight. You've got Louis Newell and Jack Watkins on the back end for Telford, who are both forwards who converted to D. I think it's a more common thing around the league these days, particularly the way hockey, you know, is being played these days with, you know, guys who are quicker and better skaters on the back end, trying to get those transition plays.
Luca on the left-hand side. Howells tries to panzer Liam Morris there, but he's unsuccessful this time. Morris wins the battle, loses the war. He's able to clear. Ross Bottom will set Antonov at the left-hand side, skating out Nick Oliver towards goal. Good block there by the Tigers D-man. Fired around the boards, and no one in the black shirt there. Telford collect loose puck, stopped by Ross Bottom momentarily. Does a good enough job of holding the play up. Antonov now, long stretch pass, finds Goodbye, straight on the tape. Goodbye steps inside one D-man, held up, shots on goal, saved by Day, rebound loose. Good work by Telford again to clean up the mess. And escort the Bees out the zone. Bradley keeps that one back as well. The Bees, good job in the last couple of minutes of just pinning the Tigers in. James Smith drops off the other side. Pecker, that shot is blocked. Bradley able to clear as far as Antonov. He easily steps away from James Smith, finds Balaz. Balaz towards Goodbye, somehow gets a shot away there. Day sharp to the save. Balaz. That pass is loose, as we praised him for the no-look pass earlier. That one is rubbish.
They can't all stick.
Nope. You try it once. Sutton from behind the net. Spins away from Mogg, can't get away from Bradley. That one is cleared. Beans try and get a change. Offside is called. I do love when players are complaining about offside when they're standing in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
I'm not offside, but I'm 3 foot inside the blue line.
That was a lovely move by the Bees there, though, to get out of the zone. The quick passing between Antonov, Balaj and Goodbye to create that opportunity.
Tigers win the draw again. Dumped into the corner. Foot race between Nags and Wilson. Nags able to clear. Watkins at the black end. Mags finds Doughty, kept in by Watkins once more. Price finds Rose, kept in once more. Rose again tries to clear it, kept in. Watkins winds up, fires, blocked in front. Rebound falls back to Jack Watkins. Fires it through the slot. No one there in an orange shirt. Bees will clear, but that one will be coming straight back. Icing called. 12:46 gone.
Yeah, Vitali probably had a bit more time than he thought there to make a better play on that, but the icing it is. Telford will get a chance to get some fresh bodies on the ice, and the Bees obviously can't make the change.
As I said, the Tigers were dominant on the draw last night. They've been very good so far. They come away with a puck that time as well. Fillinghouse shot saved by Shepherd. The bazooka is off, and that one is saved by Shepherd as well. Luca, last time they were here, did something I've never seen before, where he managed to hit the post, the bar, and the other post, which is impressive.
Unfortunate, that.
Unfortunate and impressive. Stead is escorted away from goal by Mitchell King. Somehow the pass finds its way through to McKenzie, who can't get it under control. Be interesting to see if McKenzie would celebrate if he scored against the Tigers tonight. Oliver, long stretch pass. That's beautifully played in by Howells. That one is behind Luca. Rossbottom will immediately lose the puck. That one's turned over as well to Brendan Baird. McKenzie up the right-hand wall, pinned to it, and this time Lease is there ahead of Baird. Held up against the far doors. Finally brought away by the Tigers. They will look to break. Lovely drop pass again. That shot is wider than net by Luca this time as well. Webb steps away from one. Drops it off to McKenzie. He drops it off for no one in the black shirt. Howells winds up from outside the blue line. That one is swallowed up by Shepherd. He'll leave it for Morris. Morris will look to go coast to coast. Gets the puck poked off his stick. Final moment. Lovely drop pass finds Antonov off the bench. Down low. Brilliant save from Brad Day. Dom Gabay all alone at the goal line. And Brad Day robs him.
Well, that's a fantastic save from Day. I was kind of expecting Vanya Antonov to put the shot in from the position he was, but he made the play over to Gabay, and Day just flying across to make the stop.
Get that replay queued up.
We'll definitely want the replay for that one.
High stick is being called. No one wants to play the puck, so eventually it will fall dead. 5:04 left to go in the first. Here it is. Dom Gabay on the back door. Lovely pass.
That's a robbery. It's an absolute cool 999. That's a robbery from Brad Day. What? I'm getting looked at by Nick and Joe here.
Yeah, you are not Phil Smith. You're better than this. Bradley dumps it in.
Has to be done sometimes. Has to be done sometimes.
You and I both know that if I tell Stephen Elgis, you're in trouble. Iced once more. Mogg beats Ferguson to the puck. 4:51 to go in the first.
Yeah, the game seems to have settled more into a rhythm now. Both teams are getting some spells of offensive zone time. Both teams are creating some really good chances. And yeah, it's kind of got out of that kind of scrappy opening into a really good game of hockey so far.
Vitali, toe drag around one D-man, gets it poked away by a forward. That is from the angle we're at. It's Harry Ferguson. That one floats up into the glove of Day. He'll hold on. You're starting to see why they're averaging 10 goals a game in these fixtures. There's not much in the way of like last-minute defending. It's all just attacking rushes.
Yeah, well,
it's trying to get breakaways.
Yeah, definitely.
Mogg with a shot that is extremely wide. Vitali taken down by Ferguson. The puck goes back to Newell. 4.5 to go. Bees, good job of keeping the Tigers pinned in. Doughty can't get away from Newell. That puck is knocked loose, only as far as Bradley. Bradley shot brilliantly blocked. Ferguson throwing himself in front of that one, and then throwing a heavy hit against the boards. Tigers finally able to break out the zone. Ferguson can't get a handle on that, leaves it for Will Stead. Stead, after going for a lap around the back of the net, will go coast to coast. Mitchell King gets the puck away from him. Stretch pass, tipped ahead by Mackenzie. Josh Smith beats him to it. Mounds plays himself into trouble, able to get it away and find Ross Bottom once more. Mackenzie the other way. Zane into the zone, shot wider than that. Smith with a rebound, tipped in front, that goes wide of the goal as well this time. Howells flips it into the opposite corner, dead with time, finds Mackenzie, gets away from Luca, can't get away from Oliver. Howells tries to run his way through Josh Smith, that's not going to work. Puck finds his way to Scott Mackenzie. Another great stop there from Smith at the blue line. Shot from outside the zone from Luca. Shepherd catches it and leaves it for Baird. Bees helps it out of the zone. Goodbye, off the bench into the play, tries to find Balaz. Brilliant back check there. Not sure which defender it was. Tigers get back, break the other way. Lease coughs it up to Goodbye again. Morris uses the boards. Goodbye will try and skate through two defenders. He's hauled down, penalty called. And we've praised the Tigers' penalty kill. We're going to see it for the first time tonight. 17:39 time of the penalty. Interference is the call.
I think it's probably, I don't see which Tigers player has gone in at the two. I think it's probably the second player who came through. I feel like if that's on Lease, that's a little harsh. I can understand it being on the other player because, you know, the puck has already gone at in that point.
It's Henry Adams sitting two for interference.
That seems fairer.
Bees penalty play, 31 goals on the season, 21.53%. They were 2 for 4 last night. Tigers penalty kill, like I say, he's gone up 22 goals all season, 83.33. And likewise, we're 2 for 4 last night. Cycled round, Antonov shot, that's off the stick of Day and wide. Bradley finds Antonov, cross-ice pass blocked, 2 Tigers in front of him. Goodbye, round to Bradley, fakes the shot. Back to Goodbye, winds up, fires, that one saved by Day. 30 seconds of the power play gone.
Yeah, some nice puck movement there from the Bees, just to keep cycling the zone and get a couple of, you know, reasonable looks in there. Antonov had a good look there off the circle. It's
something they've been guilty of quite a bit the last few weeks, of just not moving enough on the power play. They've been quite static.
Yeah.
The first top one tonight, they've actually made an effort of keeping everything moving. No one's really standing still.
Yeah, you've got to keep the feet moving on these power plays, and as you say, don't want to be standing still, otherwise you just make it too easy for the defence.
Balaz finds a wide open Goodbye. Tries to find Vitali. Balaz back to the blue line. Bradley through traffic, that one's wide. Hoping for a tip there in front. Goodbye somehow works way back out of Oliver. Balaz can't get out from under skates and the Tigers clear. 1 minute left on the Adams minor.
Yeah, neither Goodbye or Balaz could just get that out of their feet on that one. It was just a bit of a broken play and Telford did well to clear that.
Bradley will leave it for Goodbye. At speed into the zone away from Pekka and Oliver around the net. Finds Bradley on the source pass. Vitali, final minute of the first period. Balaz behind the net, away from danger. You can see the 4 Tigers boxing out the blue paint. Back to Bradley, shot blocked in front brilliantly. Tigers clear, we praise the penalty kill, and that's wide.
Yeah, and just no room there for the Bees to get a shot off at all. And as you say, they boxed out well, they've got a big block in, and they clear the zone.
Rose into the zone, 15 seconds left on the minor. Ross Bottom, no look pass and finds no one in the black shirt. Tigers clear towards goal. Shepherd watches it and leaves it for Liam Morris. Morris will wait as the power play comes to an end. Adam steps back onto the ice. Morris from his own blue line, away from Sutton. Tries to get away from Adams as well. Bees with it. Finds Smith. Smith chance. That's off the skate of Day, I want to say. It's gone left and moved right. And that is there's another shot from Josh Smith. Rebound loose in front. Dan Rose pokes that one wide as the buzzer goes to signify the end of the first period. The first period where Tigers came out of the traps early. The goal from Finley Howes, somewhat fortunate, taking a deflection off Brennan Baird, wrong footing Brett Shepherd and going in off the post. But the Bees come back with two very nice finishes from Dom Gabai and Aidan Doughty. The Bees lead 2-1 after 20 minutes, and Tom, they've largely dominated that final 10 minutes.
Yeah, as you say, we said earlier, the first kind of few minutes of the game was quite tight. It was quite tentative. I think Telford did a really good job of keeping the Bees out of the zone. They obviously got their goal a little bit out of nothing, but you know, you've got to get those pucks on net and create those chances for yourself. As you say, the Bees have got a lot better as the game has gone on. They've created a lot more zone time, two really well taken goals, and yeah, they put a lot more pressure on the Tigers' net. And Brad Days had to make 3 or 4 really good saves in the back end of that period.
Well, it is 2-1 here after 20 minutes. We'll be back with you for the second period and the scores elsewhere in the league in about 15 minutes' time. Period here in Slough. Elsewhere around the league, end of the first period, Bristol Pitbulls 1, Solway Sharks 2. Sorry, Bristol fans, I think you're done for. It is currently the Hull Seahawks 2, Swindon Wildcats 1 after I think the first 5 minutes. Hull took the lead after 13 seconds through Brock Bartholomew. If you watched his penalty shootout goal here last week, it's a violation. And it is currently Peterborough 1, Sheffield 0. I believe it was Luke Ferrara after about 48 seconds in that one. Here it's Bees 2, Tigers 1. After an eventful first 20 minutes, shots on goal, 12 on Brett Shepherd, 14 on Brad Day. The Finley Howes chance off the inside of the post and in gave the Tigers the lead. Dom Gabai levelling it up with a lovely snapshot, and an Aidan Doughty on a breakaway after Telford hit the post at the other end missed seconds earlier. Gave the Bees a 2-1 lead. As we just have the officials joining us now, there's a small delay while the usual period break antics went on. Danny Purchard, he will watch this back later, no doubt. Just know that you were absolutely done there, fella. He had to take part in shot on goal. That competition was rigged, so he'd have to do it because he was giving everyone stick for it the last 2 weeks. If you want to know, it was 2 shots, 0 goals. And a pair of ice dancers just after that as well. The teams are back on the ice. Two teams have been very even through the whole season, as long as you ignore games that happen up in Shropshire. And we have Anna Bicknell calling them in for the second period. And we are underway in period number 2. Bees win the opening draw. Launched into the defensive zone. Mitchell King collects. Smith. He's trying to shove one out of the zone. Finally taken out in the end by Rose. Morris. Turned over. Pecker finds Sutton. Sutton fires the one on goal. And that is straight to the glove of Shepherd. He'll hold on. 24 seconds gone.
Yeah, good move there from Telford, and it's a good glove there. Good quick glove from Shepherd.
Annika's ignoring me now. Face off, won by the Tigers. Kept into the blue line by Oliver. Down low. Tigers hopefully getting to work. And turned over almost immediately as I say that. Antonov at the left-hand side, offside as Marcel Balaz jumps, or Dominic Gabai even jumps the gun. Go just outside the Tigers' defensive zone. Face off, won by the Tigers, back to Newell. Kenzie chips it ahead. Nog will get there ahead of Howells, who throws the body anyway. Bees will start the rush 3-on-3. Balaz Got past to Antonov. Good work from Luca. The Tigers have the opportunity the other way now. 3-on-2. Howells at the right-hand side. Drops it off for McKenzie. Back-checking Antonov, but doesn't matter. Scott McKenzie will find the roof of the net. 21-05. And the, I'm going to say, veteran forward gets his 10th of the year.
I think that's fair. It's a lovely shot from McKenzie here. It's just a little drop off. And just, yeah, right in the top corner. Not a lot that Shepherd can do with that. He just kind of, he's got a screen in front of him as well from Morgan. Yeah, the shot through, and within about a minute of the first break, Telford are back level.
All tied up. Fast start from the Tigers. McKenzie from Howells. 21-05, or wait, if there is a third assist, there should possibly be. It might just
well, it would be a third assist.
All right, pedant. McKenzie from Howells and Luca. Here's the Tigers' second goal. Stead carries it over the blue line towards net, beeline towards net. So that shot is blocked by Watkins. Kept in the blue line this time by Josh Smith. He'll backhand it into the corner. Ross Bottom spins away from Watkins. Webb now tries to get away from Newell. Plays himself into trouble, and that gives Vladimir Luca the opportunity to clear the ice. Pass off the boards. And that one will be iced by, I think it's Ollie Maggs on that one actually. They're a length away back the other end. Face off to Shepherd's left. One by the Tigers. Price takes a big hit, loses the puck. Foot race to the loose puck this time. Turnover, neutral ice. Byrne flips it on ahead. Wolfstead spins away from Lucas Price. Lees does a good job of keeping that one in. Vitali. Dangerous cross-ice pass this time. Bees are not really looking as cohesive as they did in the first 20 minutes to start this period. Rose chips that one ahead. Stopped by Adams. Ferguson into the Bees offensive zone, finds Price. Pinned in front of where the travelling Tigers fans should be, but they never are. And the Bees turn it over and skate the other way. 3-on-2 now. Into the zone. Doughty tries to kick a pass. Oliver trailing Dan Rose. Finds Vitali. Vitali chance! Gianni Vitali as he's knocked to the ice! Re-puts the Bees in front. 23-21 I should say. And the American gets his 13th of the season.
Really nice finish here from Vitali. Aidan Doughty is one of the better forwards in the league in terms of getting around the net, and actually I don't think he really screened that much on that one, but he kind of just makes a bit of a nuisance of himself, and it's a low shot, as you say. He's just getting knocked down, but I think Smith gets a hit in as he shoots, and he's just got the strength to fire it low through the 5-hole of day.
Vitali re-establishes the lead. As we said, they've looked a bit uncohesive in the start of this period. They get a goal. Offside is called there. Come on, deemed offside. Antonov taking out the zone. Vitali from Rose and Doughty, the Bees' third goal of the evening. Tigers win the draw once more. McKenzie leaves it for Luca. Finley Howells trying to get through traffic, still with the puck. Can't quite get it to Luca. Bees the other way. Barnes makes sure to get over the red line before dumping it in. McKenzie on one knee, finds Luca, carries it in front. That one is deemed offside as Luca. That one, I'd say that was rather close on that call. Conversations going on between Vladimir Luca and Liam Morris. Liam Morris looking to complete his set of imports thrown out for Telford, again, for Telford here at this rink. He's got Pekka, he's got Sutton, he's going for the third and the full house.
Again, nothing much in that. Just talking after the play. Liam Morris is not the sort of player who is worried about, you know, talking to the opposition, so we say.
To quote a friend, he could get under the skin of the devil. I believe this is the phrase he would use.
Yeah, he's not afraid to mix things up a little bit.
Turnover from Antonov, straight to Luca. Return favour though, back to Bradley. Tigers with it, back to the blue line and Newell. Bees the other way. Goodbye. Chance in front, block it away from Day. Fired around the boards, off of the Sign Express Slough hoarding, which bounces it out into the neutral zone. Howells tries to drop it off for Newell. Good work from Balaz. Shot towards goal, kicked aside by Shepherd. Shot from the goal line, blocked by Morris. Bees the other way, Rossbottom. Up the right-hand side, we'll try and chip it round Adams. We'll get round Lease instead as he goes a long way to get the puck. Leaves it for Antonov. Antonov with a lovely drop pass in front. That one is blocked by Ferguson, the chance from Webb. Luca the other way. Will fire up. Shot kicked aside by Shepherd. Rebound loose in front. That one is brilliantly blocked by Mogg. Battle of the 94s there. Bees the other way. Rossbottom is deposited into the Tigers bench. The Bees fans want a penalty. It was held up in there as well. Nothing doing from the officials. Rossbottom is okay. He's out of the bench now. And there's a huge hit from Scott McKenzie. And now, it's Aidan Wilson, sorry.
There's a call on that one. Both officials have arms up.
And from out of nowhere, this game has all of a sudden got really messy.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I didn't. It was kind of out the corner of my eye, the first hit on Rossbottom, and I didn't actually think there was anything really wrong apart from maybe holding him onto the bench. But the second hit, that was a bit naughty from Aidan Wilson, and yeah, I think it's rightly been called by the officials.
25-21, the time of the penalty. Aidan Wilson is in the box. That's the aftermath of Adam Rossbottom being dumped in the bin. I think if we wind this on, we're going to catch Aidan Wilson after the puck has gone.
And it's a little bit high as well from Wilson. It's not the best hit there.
And it's gone down as Wilson. 2 minutes. It's one of those penalties where you've seen them given more this year.
Yeah,
you kind of wish for consistency more than anything.
Yeah, it's obviously down to the discretion of the officials, and the Bees player was straight back up. But yeah, you've seen them called as fives, you've seen them called as more than fives, but you also see them called as twos or nothing at all. So,
These games have been a bit chippy all year.
It was.
And I've got no idea why. So face off to Day's right. Wilson 2 minutes for something. We didn't get it announced yet. I imagine it's going to be checked to the head. Yep, Annika just told me it was checked to the head. Bees win the draw. They'll go back to work on the power play. Bradley's shot blocked by Ferguson. Finds way to Goodbye. Goodbye with a thunderclap. And that one is straight off the chest of Day.
Well, the Bees may feel slightly hard done by on the bench about what the call was there, but at the end of the day, the two for check to the head is in the rule book this year, and
the way to punish it
is exactly to use the power play. And we know that Telford have got a good penalty kill, so you've got to move the puck well.
Vitali's shot in front there is blocked by Oliver. Balaz away from McKenzie. Goodbye. Down low. Balaz from the goal line. Back up to Bradley. Goodbye. Bounce off the Zamboni door. Balaz able to get it away from Mitchell King. Finds Vitali once more. Bradley. Goodbye. Lots of cycling. It ran loose in front of Antonov. Before he scored, he backhanded it through his legs and it's gone wide. Another big hit this time from Ferguson. Balaz tries to bounce one out to Goodbye. No look. Tempted clearance from Ferguson is blocked by Goodbye. Balaz away from Vitali. Finds his way to Bradley. Vitali. Cross-ice pass. Goodbye, keeps it in the blue line to stick in McKenzie. spins away from Oliver. Antonov. Cross ice, fired it away. Vitali does well to get it the first time. Ferguson able to pick his pocket and launch it up ice with 38 seconds left on the Wilson minor.
Yeah, just an impromptu slip there from Vitali. It was a tough pass for him to handle, but just an impromptu slip gave the Tigers a chance to clear and change.
Antonov tries to go to bed on the rush. No one there. 20 seconds to go on the Wilson minor. Rose will get away from Packer. Finds Ross bottom. Pushed aside by Watkins. Morris. Over to Rose. Back to the blue line. Cycled round to Mogg. Stuart Mogg steps in. Deflection. Tigers return to full strength. That one is scored wide. Good work there from Sutton. Ross bottom knocks Newell off the puck. Wilson back out on the ice. Gets a warm reception from the Bees fans. Foot race now. Shepherd has his net to play it. And there's another big hit delivered from Wilson there, but I think that's more of an awkward positioning hit.
Yeah,
the Bees fans want a call. There's nothing in it there.
Yeah, I think they were both almost falling as the hit was made anyway on that one.
Kept in by Mogg. Good stick work again from Watkins. Sutton tries to get around Morris and does. Jesse Sutton up the left-hand side. Sutton towards goal. Chance in front. Morris bundles the man down. And the penalty is called there on the Bees. 28-02.
Well,
Liam Morris, I've got no complaints with that.
I was going to say, Liam Morris is obviously not happy because I guess the hit before wasn't called, but
here's Ross Bottom being launched into the bench.
Those when you've got the coast kind of 2-on-1s and you pull down the man in front of the goal, it's always going to get called by the official. You're 100% of the time. So yeah, I don't think you can have any complaints about that if you're Liam Morris, really. Now, as a player with a helmet off, Scott McKenzie's lost his helmet somehow.
Tigers power play, 35 goals on the year, 23.81% on the year. They had 3 goals last night. These Public Girls given up 32 goals on the year, 74.40%. Obviously, Vladimir Luka is the main threat here, 11 power play goals on the season. Sutton from behind the Bees cage. Find out Howell's shot blocked by Gabai. Bradley will get there first. Bees can't quite get it away. That puck goes up and off the roof into the crowd. Good catch by the fan there. Face off to Shepherd's right. Tigers come away with the puck. Loose pass blocked in front, able to clear by Balaz. Tigers from their own end. Mitchell King will lead the men in orange up ice. Moves away to his right, fakes the pass to McKenzie, fired around the boards. Sutton turns it over. Good work from Will Stead. Held up. Rose is able to fire that cross ice and out the zone. 50 seconds left on the Morris Minor. Hooray. Every week that gets a laugh out of Nick. I will keep doing it until it stops. Price into the zone, drops it off for Ferguson. Spins away from Rose. Fired around the boards again. Smith takes a big hit against the board. Turned over once more by the Tigers and fired up ice again. Day out of his net to play it. Turned over by Brad Day, dangerously there. Ryan Webb tries to find Antonov, that's behind him. That could have been disaster. It's disaster the other way potentially. Lucas Price carries it ahead. Scorted to the side by Brendan Baird. Final 10 seconds of the man advantage. Kept in the blue line by James Smith. Down low. Ferguson will get to the puck first. Beans returns to full strength. Pekka. Cross ice fired across to Newell. Newell towards goal. Tipped in front and tipped in by Lucas Price. As the man steps out the box, the Tigers capitalise And we're all tied up again, 30-12, with Lucas Price's 6th of the year.
Well, the Bees killed the power play, but then the power play kind of, the post-power play kind of embers where you've still got that PP line out, the shot through, and right in front. An open Lucas Price just tips it over the glove of Brett Shepherd, and we're tied again.
It's an unfortunate one. No one picks up Price in front.
Yeah, Bees completely lost him. I think they were still trying to get their shape back, but obviously with Morris coming back back out of the box and onto the ice. And yeah, it's just tucked away.
All tied up once more. Can't fault the Tigers' effort this evening. McKenzie chipped ahead to Smith. We'll go round Oliver. Oliver will find Luca. Price from Newell and Pecker is the Tigers' third goal. Shot from Howells from outside the blue line is saved by Shepherd. Another awful pass is turned over. Howells, he drop passes it to Zane McKenzie. He's not on your team anymore, unfortunately, Finley. McKenzie shot blocked by Mitchell King. Finds Scott McKenzie. His interference kept in at the blue line by Morris. Howells able to help it on its way. Luca tries to bulldoze his way through traffic. Ollie Nags takes that one away from him. He's just looking to calm everything down for a minute and get a change in. That pass is wayward, bounce over Nags' stick, out the zone to Oliver. Puck ends up back with Vitali. Oliver once more. Flips it high into the Bees zone. Oliver gets his pocket picked at his own blue line. Foot race. Vitali held up by Lease. Rose finds a chance there for Downey. His chance sneakily shoveled on goal, saved by Day. Chance for Brennan Baird. Couple of deflections, stuck in Dan Rose's trousers. I wasn't expecting that.
No, indeed.
And for my next trick, Dan Rose.
Yeah, Dan Rose, yeah, just it's one way of him getting a whistle.
Yeah, hide a puck in your trousers. Face off to Day's left. 7:52 remaining here in the second. Won by Sutton. Newell spins away from Doughty. Pecker doesn't take too kindly to Brendan Baird's hit there. Comes over to Smith. Big hit from Morris. Smith able to bounce around it this time. Morris tries to rip it out of the zone. Glove down by Pecker. Whistle's blown. Hand pass is called there.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it was gloved down by Pecker and I think Mitchell King, or Jack Watkins, sorry, James Smith is still,
James Smith and Liam Morris, and here we go. Someone decided to answer the bell. James Smith and Liam Morris, 32-30. Lads, dancing on ice was weeks ago.
I think Tigers bench are happy with it.
Now, in theory, is that not two for instigating as well?
Probably, yes. Given how late it was after the end of the stoppage in the play.
Well, Liam Morris has been busted up here and is going to the changing room as well.
Yeah, he did take a fair few shots there from James Smith. He's going to, we wanted to get that looked at.
32-30. I imagine it's going to be.
Well, it's going to be 5 each for fighting at the least. Yeah, it's going to be at least 5 each for fighting. I guess that's a hangover from a couple of these hits that have gone on, and then Morris put a big hit on Smith earlier in that shift.
I'll say it now. I don't think that's going to be the end of it.
No, I feel like that could be one that hangs over later into the game, potentially.
There's been a few like that,
Morris,
especially in games here this year between these two teams. Here we go. So James Smith and Liam Morris. I believe it's going to be both 5 for fighting. So both get 5 for fighting. And once again proves to me that the instigating rule just, well, I don't see.
I don't understand it enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at this. Morris
starts with the upper hand, and then James Smith manages to get a shot over his head, and then just fills him in.
Yeah, like I say, Morris, to be fair, is getting early on in this fight, gets a fair few shots. He's trying to get, I think, the elbow pad off, which allows Smith to get more of a grip on him. And yeah, at the end of this is, I think, where the damage is done at the end, towards the end of the fight. Yeah, where Smith just continues to get shots in there with the big kind of right hand there from Smith.
Well, we are just awaiting the rink staff to chisel up the parts of Liam Morris.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a delay as we clean up the claret from the ice there. Yeah. I said earlier that Liam Morris isn't afraid to mix it up.
No. So, I do have to interrupt this bit, because obviously this song is a regular on the playlist, and I know for a fact last week when it was played that Steve Merry, who always dances along to this song, because, you know, it's forward, behind and through your legs,
yeah,
I was told someone else was dancing too. Look, I leave you two alone for 1 week, and look what happens. You were not coerced into it, Annika. Honestly, you go for 1 week, and this is what happens. It's not the substitute teacher was in.
I was going to say, you let Steve Merry come up here and, you know, without dancing during stoppages in play.
Exactly.
What kind of ship are we running up here?
Substitute teacher was in. The kids start messing around.
Can you tell there's a break in play and we're trying to fill time in?
Yeah, just a bit. I spy with my Tom, one of the scores elsewhere in the league. This is taking a while.
Yeah. End of the first period, it is the Hull Seahawks 3, the Swindon Wildcats 1. 2 for Brock Bartholomew in that, and a goal from Bobby Chamberlain, 1 from Chris Jones for Swindon. I say as I fill in the gaps just while I try to get the other games up. 2-0 in the Peterborough-Sheffield game to the Phantoms. Goals from Luke Ferrara and Ivan Björkley-Nordstrom in that one. And the other game is Bristol, isn't it? Bristol and Solway.
Yes.
Had to remember for a second.
While you look for that one, James Smith will be wearing number 28 now. He's had a change of shirts, which I imagine
Liam Morris will have to
also
save
bust him up
It's
as well.
still 2-1. It's still 2-1. Ironically, their game has also just stopped for some fighting. Adam Harding, Callie Robertson, Olivier Arsenault and Tanner Butler all dropping the gloves at the same time in that one.
So that's now 3 fights on the night there, I think, in Bristol. We've finally got the large chunk of ice brought up. So yes, James Smith will now be wearing 28 in the changed jersey. I imagine if Liam Morris comes back, he will be in the other spare changed jersey, which, considering Zane McKenzie's wearing 42, I imagine means he'll be wearing 6. Because I don't know if we've got a second black Morris jersey at the moment. 53. Well, there's also a Cathcart one as well, isn't there? We'll find out. Neutralise face-off. So we just await the Zamboni doors shut below us.
7:30 to go in the second period.
7:30 to go in the second. Everyone calm down now, because I don't think it is here. Tigers come away with the puck once more. Newell's shot from centre ice is blocked away by Shepherd. Bradley takes a tumble following the check from Pekka, who is going to come back quicker from that, well, elongated break, shall we say. Antonov up the left-hand side, shot towards goal, kicked aside by Day. Newell is there to clean up. The puck finds Pekka, turned over once more. Balaz drop pass to no one this time. Aidan Wilson will get on his horse. Drops it off for Sutton. Wilson filling in for Smith on this line, and that no-look pass goes straight to Vanya Antonov. Antonov takes a hit and manages to find Marcel Ballas. Ballas to the front of the net. Marcel Ballas gets the 31st! 33-22, and Marcel Ballas, like I say, his 30th goal of the season, uses goodbye as the draw fake and fires it home.
Well, the old saying is take a hit to make a play, and that's exactly what Vanya Antonov did. He took the hit at centre ice, got the puck through to Ballas, and he just walks in and just slips the puck between Day and the post. I think Day is slightly moving across, kind of having to cover the play to goodbye, and Ballas just finds the space and tucks the puck away to give the Bees a 4-3 lead.
I make that Marcel Ballas' 63rd point of the season.
He's having a good year.
I believe, well, he had 65 last year in Basingstoke, and a lot of people questioned the signing when he was announced. And
sometimes it's just team fit, and it just seems to fit well in this system.
There's another chance in front there for Dan Rose. It's saved by Day. Doughty hammering away. Day able to cover up. Ferguson with a punch there on Rose, but Dan Rose was not doing anything there. That one's quickly blown dead.
Yes. I think that's just a scenario of clear the guy away from your netminder.
Yeah.
You know, he's digging at the puck. Nothing wrong with that. And Ferguson's just making sure, gets out the crease. Had a bit of everything in this period, anyway.
And we're trying to find the assist on that one. On the Bees' fourth goal, as Bees 3 take the lead. Face off right of Day. Rose wins it.
Well, first assist is going to be Antonov.
You'd like to hope so, but I've learned
that it should be Antonov.
It should be Antonov, but it probably won't be. Mitchell King for the Tigers now. We tick over 6 minutes left in the period. Thrown towards goal. The attempt to his glove down by Mitchell King. Burn. So I'm keeping one eye down below us to see if Morris does come back out. Smith has also gone. I think they're both in the change rooms. If you've been to Slough recently, you'll know that the home and away change rooms are quite close together now.
Shouting through the walls.
Yes.
Angry Scottish voices.
Teams quite happily turning it over to each other in this far corner. Tigers finally get it towards goal, kicked aside by Shepherd. These will try and clear it up ice. And penalty coming here on the Tigers. Harry Ferguson is going to take a trip to the box. Referee Adam Bicknell didn't like that one. 34-53 the time of the penalty. Interference is the call on Harry Ferguson, and the Bees will head back on the man advantage.
Well, we're going to see the Tigers penalty killing unit again, which has been
impressive.
Very successful tonight. Comfortably so far, two for two. I didn't see the hit by Ferguson there, which suggests
I think it was just
potentially a bit after the play.
Yeah, the puck was gone.
Yeah.
Left Mr. Bicknell no choice. Tigers win the draw. Watkins fires that up ice. Shepherd out of net play. Bees with Ed Bradley will go through traffic. Ed Bradley coast to coast. Ed Bradley almost with brilliance there. Vitali can't get away from Pekka. Passes, finds Antonov. Back to Goodbye. Almost a worldie there from Ed Bradley. Finds Goodbye. Goodbye with the thunderclap. Save from Day in front. Antonov tries to shuffle it home. Goodbye shot so strong it broke Louis Newell's stick. Puck cleared up to the blue line. Bradley can't get it away from Howells. That's fired up ice. Newell is speeding his way to the bench.
Yeah, not the best time for Ed Bradley to fan on a pass there. When you have the D-man with no stick, it allows Telford to get the change.
Oliver is struggling to get the change in here, and there's an opportunity. Tipped aside by Pekka. Brilliantly done there. Vitali lurking on the back door. Goodbye. Back to Antonov. Down low. Finds Vitali. Ballas with the chance in front. That's wide of the net. Rebound falls to Goodbye. Day able to re-establish his position. Antonov. Down low to Ballas. Ballas winds up, fires a little sneaky shot there off the skate of Day. Goodbye. Back up to the blue line. Bradley through traffic, blocked in front by Mitchell King. Back to Bradley it comes, 30 seconds to go. Bradley across to Vitali, that's not on his stick hand. Able to get there first. Goodbye. Good work keeping him outside. Goodbye. Finds Ballas in the slot, and Ballas sneaks one home! 36-45. It's been coming for a while. The Tigers' penalty kill held out for as long as it could. And the Bees finally find a way through.
A much, much better effort in terms of keeping the puck in the zone for the majority of that power play. Obviously, they had the one moment where Bradley fanned the pass, but just good puck movement into the slot and through the traffic from Ballas. You've got two Tigers, and I think it's that Vanya Antonov also in front of the net, and Day probably just doesn't have a great sight of that shot, and it's again just snuck through from Ballas. But yeah, much better power play from the Bees in terms of just keeping the puck in the zone, keeping the Tigers' penalty killers moving, and keeping the puck moving as well. Even when they were around on the outside, just being patient.
Oh, as quickly as he gets to 30, he gets to 31. Finley House toe drag into the zone, fires wide. Lucator's goal, House chance saved by Shepherd. It does go down as Marcel Ballas' 31st of the season as Adam Rossbottom leads the rush up ice. Cross ice pass finds Zay McKenzie. He'll get away from Lease. McKenzie round the back of the net. Back to Mogg. Pass read like a book by Scott McKenzie. Luca. Howells. Drop pass. Luca winds up, tries to fly, and Mogg with the poke check. Ballas from Gabai and Vitali is the Bees' 5th goal. Kept in almost at the blue line by Lease. That one is offside. Bees the other way. Rossbottom into the zone. Drops it off to McKenzie. Back to Rossbottom. Can't get it quite under control. Rossbottom bounces off Howells. Puck behind the net for Telford. Lease gets his pocket picked by Rossbottom. Luckily for him, it bounces back to Scott McKenzie. Lovely pass from McKenzie. Almost sets Byrne away. But again, Baird able to bounce on the loose puck. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second. Poor change there. Vitali unable to get back on side as Ollie Nags cross the blue line. Face off just outside the B zone. 1:52 to go in the second period.
Yeah, I think the Bees have kind of come out better from that long stoppage after the fight between Morris and Smith. I don't think Tom Watkins will have been delighted by the 2 goals they've conceded. Just a couple of sloppy plays in there from Telford.
Ferguson chips it ahead, takes a hit from Baird in the process. Stead bounces back to Ferguson, loose in front, blocked. Vitali, cross-ice pass once again, stick down by Ferguson. Scrappy playing neutral ice now. Byrne will chip it ahead to Ferguson. Ferguson snaps the shot towards goal, off the stick of Stead and up into the netting. There's an awful lot of talking going on between players.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's, as you said, there's been incidents between these teams all year in the games they've played, and I guess those kind of hang over and drag into the next game and the next game, and players have long memories. And yeah, players have long memories, and you know, at the end of the day, that both teams want to win, and stakes are high.
Oliver's shot from the blue line is saved by Shepherd. He's able to clear. Off to the races once more. Dom Gabai. Drop pass to Marcel Ballas. Ballas shot saved from Day. Final minute, second period as Gabai goes back to Antonov. Bradley. Fortunate bounce takes it to Mitchell King. Tigers the other way. Smith, who is back out on the ice now. It's in 28. Around the boards. Pecker. Final minute of the second period. Oliver from the blue line, a couple of deflections, goes wide of the net. Shot towards goal from a tight angle, save from Shepherd, rebound loose in front. Pecker with a chance, another save from Brett Shepherd. And more get off of my goalie going on there. Shepherd with 2 big saves.
Well, Jaden Pecker has been relatively snake bitten this year in terms of goal scoring, and that's a really big, he's been denied there again. That's just a big save from Brett Shepherd coming across to deny him from close range.
23 seconds to go. Nick thinks he's a duck. Face off, Shepherd's left. won by the Tigers. Shotzall's goal is blocked. That will go the length of the ice. Day out of his net to play it. Antonov with the block there as Howell's trying to craft a chance. Mitchell King can't get in the way. Hit on Gabai. No call coming. Gabai is down in a dangerous position. It should be blown dead.
So that also hit the bench, I think.
That one was pushed out from the bench, and that will do it for the end of the second period. So another messy period.
I think Don Gabai's got some
Don
words
Gabai has
there
some words for Rhodes Mitchell King. And we said that we haven't seen the end of this. I don't think we have still.
No. I think Dom Gabai feels he's been caught up high there. He was holding his mouth as he went down. I don't know if we've got a...
We might have it.
We may have it. Let's have a look. So the puck is played out by Day, and he just catches him with the elbow slightly. I think it's on a glancing blow rather than anything malicious.
Hockey players overreacting, never.
Well, but anyway, an eventful period.
An eventful for the second period. We've had, what, 5 goals, 1 fight, a couple of penalties thrown in. Marcel Bars is 30th of the year. We'll go and try and find out some of the stats and some of the assists from that period, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes' time, and hopefully everyone's calmed down a bit. The malice in the palace, and now we've got anger in the hangar. Thank you, I'm back!
Oh dear, oh dear.
Scores elsewhere in the league. It's the Bristol Pitbulls 1, Solway Sharks 3, the Hull Seahawks 3, the Swindon Wildcats 2, and the Peterborough Phantoms 6, the Sheffield Steel Dogs 1. In the other 3 games, Raiders Leeds postponed due to Zamboni issues, we believe. Here, after 40 minutes, it's Bees 5, Tigers 3. Shots on goal in the second period, 13 on Brett Shepherd, 10 on Brad Day. The goals, Gianni Vitali on 1 knee, and 2 goals from Marcel Ballas, including his 30th of the season. The Tigers, Scott McKenzie and Lucas Price, getting them back level. At that point, it was 3-all, the 2 Ballas goals, and the ones that have the Bees in front. The fighting majors for Smith and Morris. James Smith did come back out before the end of that period. Liam Morris is walking around below us. I'll wait and see which one of the spare jerseys he's wearing. And Tom, this game has had a bit of an edge to it all night.
Yeah, and even so, it kind of carried into the end of that period. Obviously, there was that late kind of contact between
Gabai and Mitchell King.
Rhodes Mitchell King, which led to some words between the teams. As you say, it's had an edge to it. We said at the start of the game, it's a big game for both teams. There's implications league position in terms of league position. Obviously, the Bees really need the 2 points tonight after losing last night. Telford are trying to keep up the pressure on Peterborough. For potentially a push for 5th place in the league. So there's a lot riding on this game, even though it is 2 teams who aren't obviously in the league title chase in late January. There's still a lot on this third period, and tensions are going to go high. Both teams ultimately do want these 2 points.
They want playoff hockey in April. They want the 3 extra weeks.
Exactly.
I think we've said at the start, it's safe to say that the top 5 are in, essentially, all by the mathematics. It's 3 spots for 6 teams.
Yeah.
Telford being the team that are atop of that pile at the moment, but the gap between them and the Bees in 9th is 6 points going into this. The Bees hold on to this. It's cut down to 4.
Exactly. That's pressure on on all the teams in that group. As you say, all the way down to the teams currently outside looking in the playoffs. They've all got a chance to push into those places, and equally, as you say, Telford and Solway and Romford aren't safe.
No, they all have to hold on. The thing is, obviously, it essentially becomes a mini-league between those teams. I think I was looking at the fixtures earlier.
But again,
that after tonight, 19 fixtures left. Sorry, including tonight, 19 fixtures left for the Bees. 11 of them are against those 6 teams.
Well, exactly. Those are the sort of, and you've got to win those games against the teams around you if you're going to make the playoffs. Obviously, great if you can steal some points against the top teams as well. But if you've got to beat the teams who are going to be in and around you at the end of the season. If anything else, head-to-head record, goal difference, it could all come into play.
Head-to-head record is the key tonight as we head into tonight's game. That head-to-head record is currently Tigers on 7 points, the Bees on 6, which is why we keep saying it matters. If the teams are tied, head-to-head is the first tiebreaker. So the win here for the Bees would give them the tiebreaker over the Tigers. Likewise, though, if it goes to overtime, what were you saying, Annika? Sorry. Morris is in 6. Liam Morris is now wearing 6. I should say, it's the injury jersey. But yes, tiebreakers are important. If the Tigers can somehow get this back to overtime and either win, they get a tiebreaker. If they lose, they get the tiebreaker on regulation wins. So Liam Morris is back on the ice in number 6. And referee Adam Bicknell calls them in. We are underway for the 3rd period here in tonight's game. Shipped into the zone, foot race between Baird and Ferguson. He said, I don't think the physical edge is going to disappear out of this period. Pecker, back to the blue line, across to Oliver, towards goal, fired over the bar. Pecker pins the ball by Vitali, manages somehow to get that down to Jesse Sutton. Brilliant from Pecker, not quite there for Ferguson. Doughty will clear it out the zone. The change in lines here, obviously. Smith was on this line with Pecker and Sutton. They've now moved Ferguson onto it, so we'll see what else the Tigers have done. Shipped ahead, that's only straight to Will Stead. Batting out the sky by Jesse Sutton, gloved down by Stead. It's the high stick call is waved off. Stead into the Tigers zone. Mitchell King misplays the puck, so it'll go to goodbye. Balance from behind the Tigers net. Pass goes to no one. Tigers able to collect. Nags stops it at the Bees blue line. Cross-ice pass finds goodbye on his own. Toe drags his way round Newell. Shot towards goal, saved by Day. Goodbye able to get the puck back momentarily. Antonov. Wilstead just keeps that in the blue line. Back to goodbye. No look pass finds no one in a black jersey. Mitchell King round the boards. Antonov winds up, fires towards goal. That's off the sidewall. Balaz back to Wilstead at the blue line once more. Towards goal. Tigers pick up the loose puck. They'll skate the other way. Howells at speed. Stopped by Antonov. Falls to Luca. Brilliant toe drag from Luca round Stead. That shot is over the bar again. Lease from the blue line. Tipped towards goal. Tipped in front from Scott McKenzie. And the Tigers get one back just as they did in the second. They get an early one in the 3rd. 42-02. Scott McKenzie's 11th of the season.
And it's another play where the Tigers get a man in front of the net and he gets a tip on it. Lease just fires a shot through. And yeah, there's no one around Scott McKenzie, who's been in the league a long time and just knows where to be, and gets that tip over Shepherd, and we're back to a one-goal game.
4 back shirts, all just skating to one side.
Yeah, they all got drawn away, and yeah, McKenzie has been, like I say, he's been around a long time and just knows to get into that space.
He's on the draw. Mogg chips it into the Tigers zone. Game back on once more. Said the last 2 games here have gone to overtime. Wilson back up to the blue line towards goal in front. A tip from Smith. That goes over the bar this time. Said momentum does silly things in sport. Momentum all one way at the moment. Bradley into the zone. Leaves it for Rossbottom. Back to Webb. Controlling the blue line. Towards goal. Saved by Day. Well, we said we wanted goals. We've got 9 so far tonight. 1 more for the average. Not kept in at the blue line this time by Bradley. Bees will check up. Rossbottom loses the handle. Brilliant work there from, I believe that's Tom Byrne, to get that back to James Smith.
Yeah.
Long cross-ice pass. Batted down by Bradley. Finds Will Stead. Tipped ahead by Doughty. Watkins will be the first man to the park. Doughty back to the blue line. Will Stead winds, fires, tip in front again. Save from Day. Entirely the man down there on the goal line. Stretch pass off the boards to no one. Icing waved off. Baird. Kept in at the blue line. Another turnover. Kept in the blue line once more. Snapshot towards goal. Gloved by Shepherd. He saw it late. I think it was Mitchell King with a chance there. And a good glove save from Shepherd to hold on.
Yeah, puck through. Good quick glove there from Shepherd. Importantly, holding on, getting the face off in the defensive zone and allowing the Bees a chance to change.
Bees win the draw. Balance drops it back for Mog. Mog up the right-hand wall. Goodbye. Cross-ice pass finds Antonov. Antonov's shot blocked in front by Oliver. And that goes up into the netting. A quick 4 minutes gone here in the third. The Bees, obviously, they can't sit back and invite the pressure on. It was only a 2-goal lead to start the third. It's now 1 already. You've got to feel if they sit back now, it's too early. And you've got to say they haven't looked the greatest defensively at times tonight.
Yeah.
Especially against that Tigers top unit. Ferguson around the boards. Antonov has the freedom to collect the puck. He's quickly met by Pekka. Cross-ice pass finds Goodbye. Balance, chance in front, off the shoulder of Day and wide. Kept in by Antonov at the blue line, winds up, fires towards goal, snaps the stick on the play. Tigers have the opportunity to break. 2-on-2. Pekka pushed away from danger from Mog. Pass to Lees. Again, they go for that little tip play again. Goodbye reads it this time, gets in front of Ferguson, and he'll set Zane McKenzie on his way. McKenzie dumps it in. Bees try and change up. Ross bottom. Finds Bradley. Bradley and McKenzie skate into each other. Scott McKenzie takes a tumble again with the linesman. And everyone returns to normality.
Yes. The play's settled down.
No time to panic just yet for the Tigers. Long stretch pass into the zone. Luca finds Howes. Finley Howes, here's the chance, wide of the net. Adams can't keep it in the zone. It's a bold strategy, leaving Finley Howes wide open. Nags collects the loose puck. Sets Ryan Webb on his way. Freedom of the right-hand side. Webb loses the handle on the puck, but McKenzie is there to clean up. McKenzie steps around Newell. Tries to find Webb, gets lost in a sea of legs. Tigers can't get it away. Webb tries to drop it off from McKenzie. Good work from Luca once more. Coming together there between players. Everyone up and okay. It's cleared into neutral ice. Rose off the bench collects the loose puck. Nags. Lovely stick handles to get away from James Smith. Fires over to Will Stead, who turns it over, and Smith will step in. James Smith with the opportunity shot, and that's ripped home! James Smith ties the game up, 46-19. His 4th of the year, and it's 5-all.
Well, I was just thinking the game was getting a little scrappy, and just a turnover on the board. Smith walks in and snipes that puck past Shepherd. I think he stripped. Is that Vitali?
Willstead, I think.
Willstead, sorry. I just saw the 9 on the, it's Willstead. I just saw the 9 at the end of the jersey number. He just stripped Stead of the puck and walked in and absolutely, like I say, sniped that over the glove of Shepherd. And yeah, we've got a tie game with 13.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, momentum does silly things. That one is gloved down off a brilliant feed. Another chance. Smith, heavy hit on Willstead. Again, the Beast fans don't like it. James Smith, public enemy number 1 at the moment. Smith fires again. That one is blocked, I believe, by Hayden Wilson this time, unfortunately for the Tigers. Bradley, long stretch pass blocked down. Offside called, even though the Bees don't have the puck.
I think there was a touch on the Bees stick before the Tigers put that up in the offside position. As you say, momentum's a funny old thing in hockey. At the end of that period, the Bees had all of it with those 2 goals, and like I say, it can turn around very, very quickly in this sport. And we've seen it before. There's Zane McKenzie and others falling over.
Bees into the zone. Mog holds off Oliver. Spins away from Pekka towards goal. Blocked away. Ice definitely tilted in one direction. That's turned over though. Here's the opportunity for Balaz. Shot kicked aside by Day. Lost his stick in the process. Pekka will bring the Tigers up ice. Jaden Pekka can't get around Bradley the first time. Does the second. Just able to shovel it down low to Ferguson. Pinned to the boards by Mog. Kicked out of the pile. Balaz collects the loose puck. 4-on-3 for the Bees the other way. Pass not quite to tape. That goes back to Bradley. And the Tigers able to regroup. Bradley finds a wide open Dominic Goodbye. Try and get away from Mitchell King. Tigers again, good work defensively, keeping the Bees out of the high danger spots. and creating the turnover. Tigers the other way, McKenzie. Little stop and go, looks to help. No one there in an orange shirt. That goes into neutral ice. High stick called, and that one will go back to, I think it's going to be a neutral centre ice face-off.
Yeah. So I think it's going to go just outside the Telford zone. But yeah, this game's just got a bit scrappy in this third period. Obviously, you know, the Telford have got the goals and the 2 goals, and they've got the momentum. The Bees are just trying to settle the play down here and get themselves a foothold back in this game. Obviously, it's still tied, so it's not a disastrous position for either team. But you have to say you'd probably rather be Telford right now with the momentum they've got going forwards.
Yeah, they come the other way. Finley Howes wants more shot from the blue line, wider than net. Establishes good position though. McKenzie able to shovel that down the Howes. McKenzie, big hit from Will Stead. He's still down, it's 5-on-4. Josh Smith the other way, and that one is blown down. McKenzie instead with the coming together against the half board. No penalty on that one. 11:31 remaining in the third. I think there was one update from elsewhere. It's now Hull 5, Swindon 2.
Yeah, end of the second period. Goals in there from, I think, Lee Bonner and Sam Towner to extend the Hull lead in that game.
It's a long way to go on a Sunday night.
Yeah, tough ring to go to though. Hull are such a good offensive team that, you know, they can do this to teams.
Well, Archie Bicknell, the Beast physio, is on the ice to attend to Scott McKenzie. Should say McKenzie is on his knees just off camera. McKenzie is up to his feet. He'll skate back to the Tigers bench. So 11:31 to go here in the third.
There was no call on that play, and it looked like Louis Newell was getting a bit of an explanation from Adam Bicknell as to why, what the 2 officials had seen on that. It didn't seem to be many arguments, to be fair, from Telford on that one.
Face off just outside the Tigers' D zone.
The important thing is McKenzie is up and seems okay, and is back on the bench under his own steam.
Just behind the bench, as I can see him from where we are. So hopefully he'll rejoin the game soon enough. Tigers into the zone. Pecker. Back to the blue line, blocked in front. Almost off the ceiling. Mogg is hauled down. The Bees bench wants a penalty, nothing coming. Sutton shovels round to Ferguson. Back to the blue line. Sutton from the goal line. Tries to sneak one in on Shepherd, planted against the post that time, and that pass from Pecker will leave the zone. Watkins. Stuart Mogg not agreeing with what has been not called there, so apologies if you heard that on the mic. Whoops.
Family sport. It's a family sport.
Allegedly.
Yeah. As again, the tension's running high in this game now. The Bees obviously wanted a penalty on that play. McKenzie
is back out on the ice with us now, and the Tigers will go the other way. Foot race here. Good work from Sutton. Off the stick of Balaz. Bounces back to Sutton from the face-off dot. Back to the blue line, shot blocked in front by Antonov. He'll hold off McKenzie. Stick battle, Bradley finds Antonov again. Here I say it, you know it's going to be something bad when even Stuart Mogg is erupting at you.
Yeah, I
Brilliant save, Brett Shepherd.
Yeah,
Flashes leather on Finley Howells there.
Yeah, we said earlier on, Howells has that quick release off the wing, and that's a really equally quick glove there from Shepherd to.
Here it is. Oh
there.
no, this is the hit on McKenzie again.
I don't think it's much. I think it's just the collateral.
Face off to Shepherd's left. Won by Balaz. Mogg. Able to find goodbye. Return pass back to the captain. Stuart Mogg, man on a mission. Stuart Mogg off the pad of Day. Back to goodbye. His chance is blocked in front. Goes into the corner. Tigers the other way. Smith. Chance in front. Save from Shepherd. Shot came in from Byrne on that one. Instead, tries to bring it away from Byrne. Wilson is upended by Balaz. Wilstead almost taken down by Watkins, but I think he anticipated the hit coming there.
Yeah, I think he saw that one coming and braced for it, didn't he?
How to spot a Man United fan as they are. He's over in front. Antonov with a chance. Bundled down from behind.
That's
Penalty called by the trailing official this time, and the Bees will get a man advantage once more. From their own end, empty netter Shepherd goes to the bench. 6 on 5 on the delayed penalty. Nobody do a Pittsburgh Penguins here, lads. Goodbye.
Yeah,
takes us to the right end of the ice. Chance in front. Webb. Back to Wilstead. Antonov. Bees circling and cycling it around. Still the delayed penalty coming. Goodbye. Takes another knee, and play finally blown dead. Interference called again. 51-51 the time of the penalty. There's James Smith takes a seat in the box.
Yeah, well, a big power play, a big kill as well now for Telford, because
it's a big moment of the game. 5-5.
Yeah, exactly. 5-5. 8 minutes to go. An opportunity for the Bees, if they can get the goal here, to get that momentum back. An opportunity for Telford, who's, as you said, have a very good penalty killing unit, to assert their dominance by killing this off.
8:09 left, 5-5. Bees throwing out the second unit to start this power play. Face off one by Dan Rose. Ross Bonham able to get it back to the blue line, and Mogg. Around the balls to Doughty. Doughty tries to go through traffic, and Tigers will clear it up ice. Launched right on goal. Shepherd watches it the whole way, leaves it for Brendan Baird.
Yeah, you got to keep it. Got to make sure you're watching those. You don't want to be end up on a highlight reel.
If you're a goaltender.
Yeah, exactly.
Bees into the zone, chipped ahead by Rose. Telford a good job keeping them away at the blue line so far. That one is cleared. Stuart Mogg brilliantly grabbed out the sky there to keep it in the zone. Back to the captain. Takes a couple of deflections there. This time Tigers will clear and get it out of the zone. Mogg, cross-ice pass. Finds Brendan Baird. He'll just fire it into the zone. Day out of his net to play it. 1 minute left on the man advantage. And finally the big boys come out. Ballas keeps that in the zone. Antonov. Back to Bradley, winds up, fires through traffic, saved by Day, who holds on. 7 minutes left in the third.
Yeah, a decent hit power play effort there from the Bees' second unit, but didn't really create a lot of chances. Telford did well to keep the puck out the zone at times, but also keep them out to the outside. You've now got to see whether the first line can have any more luck. Yeah, well, yeah, any more impact. So we say.
Bradley keeps it in the blue line. Balaz, cross ice, goodbye. Fire in front of Vitali. Antonov is there, shoveling in. That one's somewhere. It's gone wide of the net somehow.
Roy Hamilton was ready to give that goal. Yeah. he had the whistle in the mouth and the arm ready to go.
Goodbye. Down low, chance. Balaz misses with the empty net on the back door. 20 seconds left on the Smith minor. Bradley. Back to goodbye, across to Vitali. Vitali in front, deflected, saved by Day. and that could be a chance the Bees regret.
A couple of big opportunities there, one for Vanya Antonov and then one for Marcel Balaj, who's on the hat-trick obviously as well. Yeah, like I said, not really sure from where we are how that set out, what happened there, but good last-ditch work from the Telford Tigers to keep the puck away.
They don't win the draw, but they're able to hold up for a second or two there. Antonov back to Gabai. Fakes the block shot, and that second chance is blocked. Tigers return to full strength. Gabai winds up, fires through traffic, blocks in front again. Antonov chance, another good block. It's either a block or a save. We can't see from where we're stood. Bradley down low. Antonov tries to shovel it in from the goal line, still loose. No one can see it. Finally, the player's blown dead. 5:55 left.
Some big chances here for the Bees, and Day really standing strong, and the defence in front of Day standing strong too. I think that's what Mogg didn't like.
That's why Stuart Mogg is a bit upset.
Yeah, that's the one that he didn't like earlier. Maybe felt like his skate had been kicked out from underneath him a little bit while he was being pulled. But yeah, a couple of big chances in the last couple of minutes for the Bees, and Day has been big for his team.
Stead shot is well over the bar. Tigers able to clear. Howells into the zone. Brilliant back check there from Ryan Webb to get the puck away from him. The intensity is really going to ramp up here for these last 5 minutes, and we thought it couldn't go any higher. Baird finds Will Stead.
It's one of these games now that almost starts to feel like this is almost an early overtime period with 5 minutes to go. It does feel like the next goal could be the one.
Icing waved off and it's turned over. Ross Bottom's no-look pass finds his way all the way back out to Will Stead at the blue line. Down low, chance in front, off the side of the net. Howells takes a hit against the boards. Tigers bringing away from the pile. Little chip and chase. Shepherd will come out of his net to play it. He'll have to get this right, and he does. Josh Smith helps it on its way and gets Shepherd enough time to get back in goal. Howells flips it into the Bees zone. Mogg gets it away from Ferguson. Bounces over the stick of Vitali. Pecker spins away from Doughty. Turned over. Will Stead will lead the rush in. Here's the opportunity. Aidan Doughty with a chance. Aidan Doughty saved Doughty. Rebound goes wide of the goal before Vitali can get there. Tigers back the other way. And that one is offside. Jaden Pecker jumping the gun on that one. 4:22 to go.
Yeah, the intensity really ramping up here. Another decent chance there for the Bees as Doughty walked in, and Day again standing strong. We said that he's a netminder who is one of the best in the league on his night, and he can, he's made 3 or 4 big saves in the last kind of few minutes to keep Telford at level in this game.
It's kind of feeling like last week's game against the Seahawks. The Bees had many chances in the third period in particular to put the game away and didn't take them. I don't know how that one ended. Mogg chips it off the glass. Back to Mitchell King. Vitali can't quite pull off the Stuart Mogg grab. And the Tigers in the other way. Finding the trailing forward. Howells backdoor chance. Brett Shepherd in no man's land. Luckily it falls to Jesse Sutton, who couldn't get away from Stuart Mogg. Shot towards goal, blocked by Vitali. He gets it out of the zone away from Mitchell King.
Yeah, good work there from Vitali, but also from Mitchell King to hold up the break.
Drop pass in, chance, another fake shot, saved by Shepherd. Pecker either faked the shot, we'll give him credit and say he faked it and didn't mishandle it straight to Harry Ferguson.
It nearly worked out, whether we meant it or not.
Accidental brilliance.
Yeah. Sometimes the best kind of brilliance, though.
Antonov will take the Bees the other way, 2-on-2. Weaves away round 1, loses the handle, finds Balaz. Balaz's chance off the backboard. Down low, Bradley can't get away from traffic. Oliver will beat him to the puck. Back to the blue line and Dom Gabai towards goal. Blocked into the corner. And that one is cleared by the Tigers. And that one will be iced with 3:13 to go.
Yeah. This definitely now feels like next goal wins, even though we are 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in regulation. Both teams, though, creating some big chances. That was a really big opportunity for Harry Ferguson and a smart save from Brett Shepherd, who hasn't been the busiest the last few minutes. He has done well to keep his focus when the puck has been in and around his net.
It's going to be a big 3 minutes left. Face-off held up. Antonov comes away with the puck. Takes the hit, leaves it for Balaz. Finds Gabai. Gabai turns shot blocked again. Balaz, down low to Antonov. Bees trying to set up once more. Bradley down to Antonov. Spins away from Oliver. Antonov to the front of the net, and that one's off the side of the cage. Bees still with it. Puck back to Bradley at the blue line.
It's been a long shift for Telford with the icing in there as well.
Goodbye.
They haven't been able to get a change for a while.
Finds Antonov. Chance in front, save from Day. Can't get under control. Balaz just bundles through a Telford forward. Tigers can't quite clear it. They do eventually get it out of the zone, and that will allow them to get some players changed.
Yeah, that's been a long shift for a lot of those Telford boys in orange.
Goodbye. Leads the rush ahead. Spins. Tries to find Balaz. Nobody there. Mishandled. Baird. Fired towards goal. Glove down. Final 2 minutes, and here come the Tigers. Scott McKenzie tries to chip it round Brendan Baird. Picks up the loose puck. Rebound loose in front. Vladimir Luka!
Well,
the bazooka goes off at 58:09, his 35th goal of the year, and that could be curtains.
Well, you've got to say the Bees had a lot of pressure in that zone. It wasn't the best play, I don't think, at the blue line from Brendan Baird at the other end, and Telford come the other way. McKenzie, hard work to keep that puck, and we've seen that so many times from Vladimir Luka over the years. An absolute rocket from the hash marks, and suddenly 1:51 to go, the Bees are in a lot of trouble in this game.
5-3 down to 6-5 up. Bees win the draw, steady in the zone, immediate offside call.
So you've got to be, I think the Bees will be frustrated because the chances, as you say, they've had, and then
they just haven't taken them.
They haven't taken them. Like I say, it wasn't the best play on the Telford blue line from Brendan Baird. It was a shot that perhaps didn't need to be taken, and the block comes back to bite them the other way.
Luka from McKenzie and Howells, the Tigers' 6 goals. The Bees win the draw. Mogg plays it into the zone. Now it just becomes a case of shutting it down, and that's something the Tigers are very, very good at, as you can imagine. They break the other way now. Shipped ahead, foot race. Pecker gets there ahead of Mogg, leaves it for no one. Vitali will get around everyone. Shepherd with one eye on the bench. Vitali into the zone, round Mitchell King, round to the back of the net. Loose in front, Wilstead with a chance, straight into the glove of Brad Day from point blank range. Bill Webb is signaling for a timeout. The referee's not really acknowledging it just yet. There he goes. Timeout Bees, 58-48, and Brett Shepherd will be staying on the bench.
Yeah, 1:12 to go. You've got the face-off in the offensive zone. This is your chance to get that timeout, to get the set play up. You're gonna, as you say, you're gonna keep Shepherd on the bench. You've got to win that draw, and then you've got to play this like it's a power play and move that puck around. Look for your opportunity and get that when you get those clear looks, get it on net, get bodies around the net.
It did work earlier in the year here. The Bees won 4-3 just before Christmas. They did pull the goalie, and they did tie it up in the final 30 seconds. Forwarding it in overtime. Can Lightning strike twice with 1:12 to go? 6 on 5. Shepherd on the bench. Face off to Day's right. Big moment in the race for the playoffs. Lions are making doubly sure that the players are in the right places for this. Who doesn't love coming to a face-off? Here we go, 72 seconds left in the game. Bees win the draw. Back to Bradley. Held up against the boards. Tigers able to bring it away, fired towards the goal, and that is wide. Icing called, 57 seconds remaining on the clock.
So the Bees get another chance to set this up. In the zone, you've got to win these draws. You've got to get better control of the puck in this scenario. not got the time to be chasing pucks down the other end.
They haven't won the draw. Tigers with it. Luca turns and fires towards goal. That one is played, so the icing will be waved off. Speed is necessary now as Ed Bradley collects the puck from behind the Bees net. Looks for an option, drops it off for Dom Gabai. There's a wall of orange in front of him at the blue line. Shot towards goal, off the Tiger on Day's chest. Drops it down for a D-man. Cleared up ice, kept in at the blue line by Bradley. 30 seconds. Bees still with it. They need to find a shooting lane. Bradley can't get out from under his skates. No one in a black shirt to help. Finally finds, I think it's Vitali. Puck bounces over the stick of Bradley. 15 seconds. Bradley under pressure, finds Gabai. Antonov with the chance. Through to, it's gone over the shoulder a Day and wide. 7 seconds to go. Antonov to Gabai. The cries of shoot are coming. Gabai with the shooting lane. Blocked in front. Tigers win with one hell of a comeback in the final 20 minutes. They take the series and the 4 points on the weekend. The gap between the two sides stretches to 8.
Well, frustration there for the Bees, but they never really got that set play. They never really got that set play working in the last minute 12 with the extra attacker. It was all a bit scrambly and they didn't get a particularly clean look at Day. For Telford, they'll be delighted with that comeback in that third period. You know, those 3 big goals and, yeah, as you say, a big 4-point weekend for them. That will help them keep up a bit of pressure on Peterborough and extend the gap, as you say, to 8 points between, you know, the Bees in 9th and, you know, keeping them in that playoff, in that playoff battle.
Well, we know the Tigers are a playoff team. You saw it last year. They took out the Lightning when I think everyone apart from Jamie McElroy said that the Lightning were going to go through. They ran, well, they ran the Knights close at Coventry. They are a team well suited to playoff hockey. As we get to this time of the year, every game's a playoff game, and that's a big win for the men in orange. You do the Tigers fans who've travelled down here a great job. Latest score, I think we could say, after 46 minutes, it's the Sheffield Steel Dogs 1, the Peterborough Phantoms 10.
Yeah, another not great night there for Sheffield, but the game that we're looking at here, a fantastic night if you're a Telford Tigers fan.
Fantastic night, fantastic weekend. 4 points, 14 goals scored, most of them scored by the one line, but you take it any way you can get it.
Well, it's what the big boys are there for.
Exactly.
If you're on both teams.
So we weren't asked to pick man of the matches this week, so we generally have no idea. So Tom, Telford tonight, there's a few contenders, but I'm leaning towards Finley Howes.
Finley Howes was one of the 2 names I had. The other one probably would have been Scott McKenzie. I think they were both excellent tonight. Howes was worked hard all night and you know, caused all sorts of problems. McKenzie, a couple of big goals, got the assist on that last goal as well with just some really good hard work.
She's going for an underrated one. Nick Oliver there just blocking shots for
Nick
fun
Oliver
in that final 20 minutes.
Eating pucks.
Just wearing it, putting his body on the line for the team.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't say James Smith because I'll get attacked by Bees fans. Again, tied the game up with a lovely finish. We'll wait and see who was actually chosen. For the travelling 6. I know they're here somewhere. Gives me enough time to say because it's the last game. Hi, Chris Kelsall, if you're watching. Thanks for sending me all the Tigers game sheets and Tigers 2 game sheets when they're not uploaded. Lifesaver. Tom, can you do me a favour? You just check to see, I believe the Tigers 2 are playing the second leg of their semi-final against Sheffield. Let's see if there's a score there. They were 9-1 up going into the second leg. If you look, Tigers 2 scores. That'd be the easier one.
Yeah.
Scott McKenzie gets the man of the match for the Tigers.
Tigers 2 are 7-1 up tonight, so that is 16-2 on that. I think they're going to make it to the final, Joe.
Yep. Yeah, Scott McKenzie wins the man of the match empty box because the Bears are already in the changing room. Telford fans, thank you for joining us here in the rink. And if you've been on the stream for the 3 games, thank you for joining us as well. Obviously, we don't see you again the rest of the year. We might see you in the playoffs, who knows? So enjoy the rest of your season. And if you're going to Coventry, have fun. Try not to get too drunk. I know that's difficult, and I'm speaking from experience of having spent years there with Tom.
Yeah.
But we do wish the rest of the season. Enjoy the 4-point weekend. Makes Mondays a hell of a lot easier. We have the shirt off the back presentation, which is Dom Goodbye this week, and then we'll have the man of the match for the Bees. Tom, if you had to pick a Bees man of the match tonight, who are you going with?
Again, there's a couple of names to the Bees. I'd probably go with Balaz. 2 big goals in that second period, and he also had a lovely assist on the goal in the first period for Goodbye. Yep. So yeah, I'd probably go with Balaz. I think there's a couple of names in there that you could pick out.
You have a presentation to Fiona George Smith, I believe.
I would also say I thought Stuart Morgan had a really solid game. Both
coming back from injury as well.
Yes, yeah.
Which is something the Bees really needed in the last few weeks. As the presentation carries on taking 3 days. As Dom Goodbye steps forward to present the shirt off his back. And then we'll have the Bees man of the match. Find out who has given it this week. Like I said, you take 1 week off and you're not allowed to pick man of the match anymore.
Sad, isn't it?
Yeah, no one loves me. It goes to Ed Bradley for man of the match tonight. Again, had a very good night.
Yeah.
Made a couple of big hits, a couple of key passes.
He made some big plays on the blue line and in his own end as well to keep the puck moving for the Bees.
He's been a very welcome addition since moving back from the Bristol Pitbulls. He, of course, has to sign a hat and lob it in the crowd. I think this is the first time he's done it here this year, now that he's returned. We'll see how this goes. Sometimes it's very hit and miss in that they occasionally clear the plexiglass. Nope, mission failed. Well, take the man of the match away from him. Well, from us here, Tom, thank you for joining me this week.
It's all right, it's a pleasure as always.
You're back next month, 2 weeks running. I think it's Hull and Swindon you're back for. You're off on your jollies with 2 home games for the Wildcats next weekend. The Bees start with 2 Saturdays on the row, starting next Saturday when we welcome the Sheffield Steel Dogs to town. 6:30 face-off if you're coming to the rink, live from 5:45 on the stream. I'll be joined by guest number 5 of the year, as after I went up to Sheffield in December, the voice of the Steel Dogs, Roger Williams, is coming down to join me on commentary next Saturday, and I'll try not to be too harsh with questions about what's going on in Sheffield. I'll be on my best behaviour.
Tonight, conceding a lot of goals, I think, is the order of the day. But
don't worry, Roger, he won't be here next week. I'm much nicer. Yeah. Nick, you can stop laughing. From me, Tom, producer Nick, we'll see you next week, on the next Saturday night, when we welcome the Steel Dogs, 6:30. Please join us. Good night.